Hello students, good morning to you all. How are you? I hope you to have good. Students, in the some previous videos, we had studied about the magnetic field produced around the current carrying conductor. Okay, and we have also studied some laws to determine the direction of magnetic lines of forces around the current carrying conductor. Okay, and we have also studied about the laws to determine the direction of magnetic field or the direction of intensity of magnetic field around the current carrying conductor. Okay, in this video we will study what is the intensity or what is the magnitude of magnetic field produced around the current carrying conductor. We have to find the magnitude or the intensity of magnetic field at any point in the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor. First of all, to determine the intensity or the magnitude or the strength of magnetic field around the current carrying conductor, French two scientists, Jean-Baptiste Biot and Felix Savart gave a law that is called Biot-Savart law. So in this video, we will study about the Biot-Savart law. Scientists Biot and Savart took a conductor of any shape like that, and current was made to flow through this conductor I, and they considered about the small length of this conductor. This small length, the length of this element is dl. So the direction of current will be point A to point B through this small element dl. dl has no any direction, but the current is from A to B. That's why I into dl is called now the current element, and due to current flowing through the conductor, here magnetic field is produced around the conductor. Okay, near the conductor they took a point P and they joined this point from the midpoint or the center point of the element dl, that so the distance of this point from this, let this is point C, from point C this is R, then the position vector of this point will be vector R. Okay, now, and this is the direction of L, this is the direction of L. We can draw this, the dotted line. The direction of dl is denoted here, dotted line. Between the vector r and the direction of dl, the angle formed here theta. Okay, now we have to find the intensity of magnetic field or magnetic field at point P, and the direction of position vector will be C to P. Okay, now the Biot and Savart told us that the magnetic field produced at point P due to small element dl is dB, vector dB, because the this magnetic field is the vector quantity. Now the magnitude of this vector will be mod of vector dB, and it will be equal dB. So this is the magnitude of this field. So they told us that the magnitude of the field produced at point P, dB, is directly proportional the current flowing through the current element I, and this magnitude of the magnetic field is proportional to the length of this small current element. Okay, this process is given in the NCERT books. You can see there. Okay, and the magnitude of magnetic field produced at point P is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the small element or current element. Okay, these are three: first, second, and this is third. On combining thrice, dB proportional I dl upon r square. This is the proportionality sign. Okay, we can replace this by the proportionality constant k I into dl upon r square. In the SI system, the value of this proportionality constant k is equal mu naught over 4 pi. So what will be this? So dB will be equal mu naught over 4 pi I dl upon r square. This is a equation. This is equation 4th. Okay. Now the vector form of this equation will be vector dB equal mu naught upon 4 pi into I vector dl upon r square, and this is the distance, and the unit vector along this distance will be r cap. Okay, and you know that the value of this unit vector is r cap equal vector r upon mod of vector r, and it is equal r upon r. The mod of vector r is equal to r. This is the magnitude. So this equation will be vector dB equal mu naught upon 4 pi and I dl vector dl upon r square, and the value of r cap is vector r upon r, or vector dB equal mu naught over 4 pi I dl vector dl cross vector r upon here r square into r equal r cube. The intensity of magnetic field is the vector quantity. That's why here we are taking here cross product of dl and r. Equation vector dB equal mu naught over 4 pi I into vector dl cross vector r upon r cube. This is the vector form of magnetic field produced at point P. So okay, now we know that this is the cross product of vector dl and vector r. So you know that if two vectors are there, then the vector product of two vectors dl cross vector r will be dl into r sine theta, where theta is the angle between this element dl and this position vector. Okay, so on putting the value in equation 5th, this will be scalar quantity. So scalar quantity will be dB and mu naught upon 4 pi I and dl into r sine theta upon r cube. R cancel by r, say that will be mu naught over 4 pi I dl sine theta r square. This is the scalar form of the intensity of magnetic field at point P. This is equation 6. So this is the vector form of the magnetic field, and this is the scalar form of the magnetic field derived by the Biot and Savart. Okay, if theta equal 0 degree, from this equation theta 0 means dB equal mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sine 0 equal 0 r square. So all value will be 0. So dB will be equal 0. Means now we can see that the magnetic field along the direction of current, this is the direction of current and this is also the direction of length. So along the direction of current, the magnetic field is 0 for any current carrying conductor. This is the conclusion. Okay, This is first. Second case, if theta equal 90 degree, sine 90 is equal 1. So from this equation, from equation 6, dB will be equal mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square. That is maximum. Okay, that is maximum. So when the point where we have to determine the intensity of magnetic field or magnetic field, if this point is perpendicular to the line length of this small element, small current element, then the magnetic field will be maximum for all current carrying conductor. Now, what will be the direction of magnetic field at point P? By the right hand thumb rule or Maxwell's right-handed corkscrew rule, we can determine the direction of magnetic field produced at point P. So, by the right hand thumb rule, hold the wire like that. If this thumb shows the direction of current flowing through this small element, upward direction, the direction of current will be upward direction, and these are the curl of the fingers. Okay, so we can find the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction of curl of fingers. So if we draw the tangent at any point in the curl of the fingers, let this is the direction, this is the tangent of the curl, so the direction will be along this direction, okay. So this is inward direction of this plane. So what will be the direction? The direction of magnetic field will be inward to this plane. So here will be the inward direction of the magnetic field is denoted by cross sign. So the direction of magnetic field produced at point P due to this small element by the right hand thumb rule will be inward direction, and this is the perpendicular, this is the tangent now. So you can see here this tangent and this is the direction of current, these are perpendicular to each other. So the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of current flowing through the current element.